Hello everyone and welcome to JIMIN Weekly News. I'm Dream and here is the first news for you. Jimin's Who became the most streamed song by a K-soloist in Spotify history. On January 13th, the media platform Popcore reported that Jimin's title track from his second solo album Muse became the most streamed song by a Korean solo artist in Spotify history, surpassing his own record previously held by the title song from his first album Like Crazy. After that, Jimin's Spotify account has surpassed 6 billion streams across all credits. He is the 7th most streamed Korean or K-pop act and has the most solo streams for a K-soloist on the platform of all time. He also becomes the second fastest K-pop artist to reach 6 billion Spotify streams, surpassing BTS, doing so with just 33 tracks. Then on January 17th, Who charted at number 13th on UK official singles chart, remaining the longest charting song by a K-soloist this decade, 20 weeks, and becoming the 4th longest charting song by a K-act. Later on the same day, it has been also certified platinum in Canada for selling over 80,000 units, and with that, Jimin became the first and only Korean artist to achieve multiple platinum certifications from Music Canada for multiple solo songs like Crazy and Who. And after that, Who became the first and only song by a Korean or K-pop act to spend 160 days in the top 10 of Spotify Global Daily Top Songs chart. And also, Jimin's Who is now the 200th most streamed song in Spotify history in the US. It is the first and only Korean song music to reach over 200 million streams on the chart, ranking at 200. Who is also the second most recent song in the top 200, recording over 261 million streams in 186 days. It is truly mind-blowing that Who has made its way into the list of the 200 most streamed songs on the US Spotify chart despite being released only 6 months ago. The US Spotify chart has had a total of 13,231 songs charted since August 2014, and Jimin is the only Korean artist to have multiple songs charting in the top 5%. Additionally, Who was the #1 selling song by an Asian artist digitally in US in 2024. According to Luminate, which provides data in partnership with Billboard, it ranked number 8 overall on Billboard's top 10 selling digital songs of 2024 in US with 131,000 copies sold, becoming the only Asian artist and one of 2 non-American artists to enter the top 10 list. As the reminder, Like Crazy was the top song by an Asian act in 2023, and now Jimin has had the highest selling digital song in the US for an Asian artist for the 2nd year in a row. So, if we mention Billboard, here is what happened on the charts in the past 2 weeks. First, Who lands at 28 on Billboard Streaming Songs chart, continuing its ranking for 25 consecutive weeks as the longest charting song by a K-act in this decade. Then it ranks 39 on Billboard Hot 100, earning the highest 24th week of charting and extending the record for the longest charting song both for a Korean or Asian native soloist this decade as well. Muse ties as the longest charting album by a K-soloist on Billboard 200, It ranks 135th in its 25th week. With this, Jimin has now spent 32 weeks on the chart, the longest ever for a K-soloist and the 9th longest ever for a K-act. And also, Jimin's Who remained in the top 10 of Billboard's global excluding US chart, making it the longest charting solo K-soloist song in the top 10 of the chart in history. And then in the next week, Who ranked 41 on Billboard Hot 100, achieving the highest 25th week of charting by a K-act over the past decade, tying as the third longest charting song by a K-act of all time. Muse lands at 118 on Billboard 200 chart and becomes the longest charting album by a K-soloist on Billboard 200 history. It has spent a total of 26 weeks on the chart, the first ever for a K-soloist. In addition, Jimin was at number 69 on Billboard Artist 100 chart. He now ties as the longest charting K-soloist on the chart, 33 weeks, now also making Jimin officially hold the records for the longest charting artist, song, and album in the US by a K-pop soloist on all three main Billboard charts. And here are all of the rest of Jimin's positions on Billboard charts during the past 2 weeks period. And now the summary of Jiminie mentions by other idols, celebrities, media outlets, and much, much more. Lately, there has been a lot of articles mentioning Jimin in general, as well as his achievements on the charts in the world press, like for example, Jimin's Like Crazy was named on Billboard's list of 39 non-English language songs to reach the top 10 of Billboard Hot 100, and they wrote, in the 67-year history of the Billboard Hot 100 chart, there have been 39 songs recorded in a language other than English that have reached the chart's top 10. Only 10 of them have reached the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart, the most recent being Jimin's Like Crazy, released in April 2023, which is primarily in Korean but includes English lyrics. Billboard Brazil reported on Jimin's recent milestones with Muse and Who, stating South Korean singer Jimin of BTS becomes the first Korean soloist to put an album on the Billboard 200 chart for 25 consecutive weeks. Then there was an American Newsweek article about celebrities turning 30s in 2025, mentioning Jimin along with celebrities that have shockingly young visual for their age by saying they are too young to be entering 30s. And then also we had Brian Cantor, a journalist and founder and editor-in-chief of Headline Planet, which provides entertainment news including TV, celebrities, fashion, award shows, music, and charts, discussing the success of Jimin's Who in the music industry despite its lack of promotion, in this tweet where he wrote, quote, denying the resonance of Jimin's Who might be the most out-of-touch stance the internet and industry, for that matter, music community has ever had. Weak playlisting, radio resistance, minimal media hype, yet it's still outperforming some of the most celebrated hits of 2024. People are often wrong. I don't think they sufficiently appreciate how hot the current big three of Die With A Smile, APT, and That's So True are. But like at least those are treated as hits. With Who, people just flat out deny the reality of the massive numbers. End quote. After that, Casual Cass, founder of Ten Rock Management Company and one of the producers of Who, also captured that tweet from Brian Cantor about Who and posted it to his Instagram story. which was shared by one of Jimin fan accounts on Twitter X, to which he personally responded even further by saying, quote, "Who was one of the biggest songs in the world in 2024 and leading into 2025 despite the lack of radio support. However, the true Jimin fans should celebrate because you are the reason the song continues to shine even amongst the biggest songs in the world." End quote. There were also many new pieces written by K-Media, starting with an article from Sports Soul about Buldak Bokum Myeon, which caused an explosive buzz due to a mention and influence of global idols was covered, and a photo of Jimin eating Buldak Bokum Myeon was used. After that, an article from Professor newspaper introducing Ku on Su's new book Classic with a Reason, Jimin's Set Me Free Part 2 music video was mentioned. Quote, "BTS member Jimin included Rainer Maria Rilke's poem The Widening Circle in the music video. Perhaps he wanted to show his will to grow further in future through this poem, which compares human life to an ever-widening circle like the rings of a tree." End quote. And then several more different articles written by Star News about Jimin being the first and only Korean solo artist to have two songs that have achieved over 1.3 billion streams on Spotify and breaking his own record with Who, becoming the most streamed K-pop solo song on Spotify. About Jimin's Who receiving a platinum certification from Music Canada as the first K-pop singer to do it with two solo songs. About Jimin as the Circle Chart's World Most Loved K-pop Artist of 2024. About Jimin's Japanese fans' choice selecting him as a #1 most popular Korean male idol of 2024 for second year in a row. About Jimin's Muse entering Billboard main album chart for 26 consecutive weeks, the first for a Korean soloist. And about Jimin's long-running popularity on US Billboard's 2 main charts. Next, Jimin was the most nominated K-pop soloist at this year's iHeartRadio Music Awards, up for 4 prizes, including K-pop Artist of the Year, K-pop Song of the Year for Who, Best Lyrics for Who, fan voted, and along with Jungkook for Favorite on the Screen for their Are You Sure travel show, also fan voted on iHeart website. Later, a KTV news program, SBS Good Morning Entertainment, also reported on Jimin's iHeartRadio nominations. Then, Jimin maintained his 5th place in the boy group individual brand reputation rankings for January 2025. Jimin is demonstrating his brand power by being in the top 5 of brand reputation even while serving in the military, as well as he still holds the unique record of being #1 for the total 49 months, including 35 consecutive months in the boy group individual brand reputation rankings. Then Jimin wins first place in the top 100 K-pop artists voting conducted by Dabimi. He ranks first in the global popularity vote by Kado for the second week of January 2025. And his 7 domestic advertisements reward package for winning YouPick 2024 Pick of the Year was displayed all over Seoul City. All of them are up since January 17th and will be still running in few locations until the end of the month. Here is a quick compilation video capturing each of the locations for you. So enjoy! In addition, on January 20th, it was announced that Jimin won the You Pick January Pick of the Month vote as well. He garnered over 54 million votes, and as a reward, he will receive once again a COEX Media Tower ad in Gangnam, Seoul. Along with that, there was also a lovely reward ad for winning my one pick voting for the fashionista I want to emulate captured at Gangnam Station. It ran from January 10th to 14th. Bags voting reward advertisement that was broadcasted at COEX Media Tower until January 17th. The 38th Fan Plus Men's League One first place Jimin reward advertisement displaying at Hongik University Station that was available until 23rd of January. K-Do's December 2024 monthly ranking now running and will remain until February 17th at Sadang Station. And meanwhile, Jimin remained number one on K-Do Hall of Fame. He has the most number ones daily, weekly, monthly, and owns the most votes per day, week, month, and birthday. He also has the longest number one streak on the platform, 61 days. And finally, the reward ad for topping Idoki November Male Idol ranking that was playing at Shinjuku Unica Vision in Tokyo until January 19th. Next up, continuing with Jimin in the wild theme from ARMY's on Twitter X, we got Who playing at the Mexico City EPRI. This is the annual race of Formula E Championship. This competition is the world's premier electric vehicle racing competition hosted by the Federación Internacional de Automóvil FIA. It was also captured being played in the Primo supermarket at Kilandak Town Square in Jakarta. As well as at Pull & Bear clothing store in France. And then other songs that ARMY recorded and shared were Set Me Free Part 2 at Foodland, one of Thailand's upmarket brand and the largest supermarkets chains. And Be Mine at the Sephora store located inside Mall of the Emirates, one of the Dubai's largest luxury shopping centers. And speaking of luxury, let me also share with you this incredible Jimin face era fan art drawing shared recently by an ARMY artist on TikTok. We believe that great talent needs to be shared and appreciated. So to stay on this theme of sharing incredible art and talent, Jimin exhibition The Truth Untold in Japan was covered by Fuji TV morning show Mezamashi Saturday broadcast in their exclusive coverage of the event that gave us once again a glimpse of the exhibition, including the long queues by the entry to the venue, Jimin's awards from award shows and chart achievements, his face and muse era costumes, photo stations, and an interview with excited fans. Next, Who was used as background music in the Spanish reality show The Island of Temptations. Then it was played on the massive reality show Big Brother Brazil 2025 and as a background music in a soccer match coverage by Italian news outlet Sports Media said.
Come Milan che torna in Serie A 22 anni dopo l'ultima volta, farà battere il cuore a molti, a cominciare dai tifosi rossoneri.
And then we also got a member of girl group Artemis Hasul singing a cover of Jimin's Who in her recent live stream. After that, it was also time for a second anniversary celebration of the release of Vibe, an amazing match that is to this day one of the most successful Korean collaborations. The catchy song, co-composed by Jimin and dubbed as the meeting of two great talents, is loved and cherished by armies around the world. And speaking of anniversary celebrations, for the completion of 400 days in military, Jimin Hungarian fanbase adopted another polar bear from World Wildlife Fund, as they have been doing in honor of every 100th day of Jimin's military service so far. Following with Jimin military mentions and updates, recently we found out that on the day of Jungkook's surprise Weavers Live on December 18th, he and Jimin were together to get a haircut at the hair salon in Uijeongbu, which is relatively close to their military camp, because they left autographs there which were now posted by visiting armies. Not long ago, Jimin also left an autograph for the staff when he visited a restaurant in Seoul. They put it on display there 2 weeks ago, but apparently Jimin visited the last month during one of his holidays vacation days. And next, as a closing section, I want to mention few of the recent OT7 news. Rolling Stone names BTS's Map of the Soul 7 as one of the greatest albums of 21st century. Ranked at 132, it was the only album by Korean artists to be featured in this list. And here is what they wrote about it, quote, BTS blew up into a whole new kind of global phenomenon. The K-pop kings took the sound of Seoul to the rest of the world without compromising any details in their own sound or style. They even managed to invade America on their own terms, singing in Korean while making complex concept albums inspired by Nietzsche and Jung. End quote. BTS also made history once again as the first group, K-pop act and only Asian act to have 38 songs surpassing 300 million streams on Spotify, and became the most viewed K-pop group on TikTok with videos that contain their music with over 106 billion views. Next, Jungkook and Namjoon won an award each at the prestigious 2025 Clio Music Awards, the Oscars of the advertising world. Bronze Award Filmcraft Direction for Jungkook's 7MV, and Bronze Award in the Music Film Videocraft Editing for Never Play by Megan Thee Stallion, featuring a RM music video. Then, the Yeongdong World Traditional Music Expo Committee mentioned Yoongi's The Cheetah MV influence and impact to globalize traditional Korean music by saying, considering that BTS Suga's The Cheetah MV has become a global sensation, Korean traditional music can also become a central part of the Korean wave. After that, Jin has donated 100 million won to Korea University Medical Center to help patients with rare and intractable diseases in underdeveloped countries, he said, "I hope this brings even a small hope to those who are suffering and unable to receive treatment in medical blind spots. I want to participate in helping more lives together with our global fans." Then we also finally got an official confirmation by TVN announcing that Jin is officially part of the OST lineup for TVN's When the Stars Gossip show. The name of the song was also revealed. The new Jin track will be called Close to You and will be released on January 26th. The cover art of the OST also resembles a lot the art of Jin's astronaut single, so the correlation of the stars and universe is following Jin once again. And we cannot wait to hear his silver vocals on it soon. Taeyang will release a new photo book with a French team on February 3rd. Namjoon updated us with adorable videos on his Instagram stories of him having fun with his soldier buddies at the ice rink. All of J-Hope tour Hope on the Stage in Seoul, they first, second and third, have sold out during Global ARMY pre-sale in less than an hour, as well as the tickets in all cities of his North America leg of the tour, except the shows in LA, which were postponed for the time being. On January 19th, J-Hope was seen at the airport for his departure to Paris due to his official schedule, which was first on January 22nd. He was seen by armies during his shopping on the streets of Paris.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are our sunshine. You are like J-Hope, J-Hope, J-Hope. We started you since 2017. Thank you. I love you so much. I love you. Thank you so much.
And then later the same night, he attended the Louis Vuitton Men Fall-Winter 2025 collection event in Paris, where he looked very cool and stylish while posing for the photos. He was also seen hanging out with Travis Scott, and during the fashion show, a new J-Hope collaboration song titled LV Bag with Don Toliver, an American rapper most known for his viral hits No Idea and Lemonade, was revealed. We don't know the release date of the song yet, but we are very excited for new Hobie music. He also shared many photos from the event in a post on his Instagram account. And then on January 23rd, his awesome, completely sold out by ARMY's performance of On the Street, More and Mic Drop at the Gala des Pieds Jaunes, which is one of the largest charity concerts in France with the aim of helping children in hospitals. If you are interested, you can find my reaction to it on my channel. After the event, he of course did a little Weverse live talking to ARMYs about his experience, and the next day he also opened for the first time ever his personal TikTok account, where in the video he posted he teased the date of his upcoming album. On March 7th, we can expect new hobby music, everyone. And with that news, I am concluding today's episode. So that is all for this week's news, and at the end, like always, please enjoy Jiminie achievements. See you next time!